Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Earth Spirit.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Vengeful spirit.
Radiant team pick.
Weaver.
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Hello guys and welcome here to the final match 2017. It is the first English cast for the South American qualifiers of this tournament. The actual caster for this tournament will be BTS when it actually happens, but obviously for now we are trying to offer the That's it. Welcome to the final match. Let me things about
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Oh.
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
My name is the Swordfish, or I guess my name is Darklight because I'm casting in BTS ES. I'm usually a Spanish caster from Beyond the Summit Spanish, but today I'm going to try doing some English casting to offer, like I said, this coverage. And, you know, for novelty reasons and whatnot, it's going to be great. Right, that said, let's get into the match. This is the lower brackets finals, which means that whoever wins this plays against SG Esports in the final, as you have seen in. And we have uG.HyperX versus Midas. Trust me on these. Let's look at the draft as it's advancing through these stages. Lone Druid, Centaur, Alchemist, and Abaddon all banned, whereas they pick up the Earth Spirit and Vengeful Spirit. Midas Club Elite banning out the Luna, the Slardar, the Juggernaut picking up the Rubik, and the Weaver. Union Gaming, known for playing the Vengeful Spirit in the carry position, however, they've also played him in support, so it really depends on what they're feeling of today. It seems like a good support in combination with the Earth Spirit, if you consider that he's a position 5, Earth Spirit position 4, you get 2 stuns, which are, one of them is pretty reliable, the other one's alright, and in addition to that you get a silence, the easy swap, and maybe even the combo of swap, Boulder Smash, and one of those crazy things where you kill the Weaver because of some amazing wombo combo you pulled off thanks to your Ags and your swap. So that could work out, I guess, for Union Gaming. So it's not a bad combo of supports if they want to run a carry. It's a bit weak against the Weaver, especially because you really want to maintain your range of the Vengeful Spirit, but could still work against Rubik and some other heroes, especially Midas Club Elite goes from a couple more ranged carries. Vengeful Spirit can usually now grabbing an Underlord as well, taking advantage of the Vengeful Spirit pushing capabilities. Rubik and Weaver started for Midas Club Elite. Not the strongest. Obviously, a Juggernaut would have been more powerful in the early game. But if you combine that with an Undying and the fact that you also have... Wait, do I have a... I want to make sure that I have the unit sounds off. Okay, unit speech is off. If you combine it with the Undying, now you have... And more importantly, you have the fact you have a lot of minus armor, right? So that's a lot of physical damage which you're amplifying. In addition to that, Rubik can steal a couple spells, maybe even steal a Wave of Terror and super minus armor. Okay, I don't think that was the plan, but it's within their bounds, their possibilities. Union Gaming has to go for something that, I mean, because we've seen the supports fan. I don't think that these teams will pick that, though, but something along those lines would not be too bad. Union Gaming does love playing the Invoker in the mid lane. The OD has a decent amount of armor, or the Storm Spirit. You can actually pick up those. There's not many, bans, but they go for the Slark, who is perhaps one of the best heroes actually again to go against minus armor besides this Sven. He doesn't get an immediate boost in armor. He stacks, and for each agility stack, you get quite a lot of
Team ban.
gotta take that as an advantage. The more agility you get, the more armor you have, and as an answer, obviously, the Timber Saw. The Timber Saw pretty good against the other load to begin with. You can even lane him against him in a safe lane and use an aggressive tri-lane with Rubik, Weaver, and Undying. That works fine, especially because you're up against a dual lane. And more importantly, the Timber Saw has a lot of area damage, which screws over the Slark completely, even taking away some of his agility, his hard-earned agility after hitting so many people. Union Gaming banning out the Tinker, but it's Club Elite now with one last ban. They need to also ban him out of mid. A TA is what they're thinking. Wow, Puck, that's not what I was expecting. And Apachito could definitely go for the Invoker still. I mean, against Timbersaw, Quaswex is pretty effective. A lot of damage against the Weaver. Pretty decent against Puck. And Invoker would not be a bad idea. I mean, his Alacrity usually makes him lane decently against Puck, even if you're going to miss most of the Sunstrikes. You do have this nice Sunstrike combo with the Earth Spirit or the Vengeful Spirit, and Underlord's a nice taxi which takes you around whenever your travels are off cooldown. Slark similarly can actually get you some Sunstrike kills as well. But no, it's going to be the goddamn Shadow Fiend. Okay, against the Puck, I really don't love the Shadow Fiend. He can recover himself quite decently, but the Weaver and the Puck both attack him quite heavily. Considering the fact that one has minus armor that destroys the Shadow Fiend despite him being an agility carry, honestly, he has a low HP, which can be killed early by Timbersaw and Puck, easily ganked by Weaver and Undying because he has no escape mechanism. And the only weakness the enemy team has, the fact that they have really a low amount of stuns. I mean, honestly, they only have the Rubik Telekinesis, and I guess the silence from the Puck. That's it. Besides that, maybe an MKB Weaver, but they have no other way to stun you. And you pick a Shadow Fiend.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Also offer a lot of physical damage. So it does give you a bit more team fight, which is powerful. That's true. And even you can do one of those combos when you kind of swap them. But yeah, I guess we'll see what Union Gaming, or what playstyle Union Gaming wants to adapt. I actually don't. I guess he does have the minus armor, so it's going for early kills. You're lacking a bit of team fight though with this hero. Sorry, not with this hero specifically. With their lineup, they don't have really that big stun that you're looking for. They have more of a split pushing kind of 5-on-3 kind of lineup where you take an advantage of the Underlord's ability. I know. We have to. It's thanks to the guys at the final match that we're able to do this. So, you know, they ask us to put a banner, we'll put a banner on. You know, actually, for the Midas Game Club, I'm not entirely, or Midas Club, I'm not entirely sure if their lineup is that great either. I mean, obviously the Shadow Fiend's a bit weak because they get kind of destroyed by the pucks and the Timbersaw's mobility in the early game. But if Union Gaming Bolivia does manage to make it to later stages of the game, utilizing the Vengeful Spirit as a sacrificial support and utilizing the Earth Spirit as a initiator slash, it's pretty good actually. Yeah, Union Gaming, who manages to get to the late game utilizing, you know, 4 of your heroes essentially, the Underlord to kind of save your Slark if he goes into a suicidal situation, while Shadow Fiend kind of farms. And then mid 22-23, Shadow Fiend is quite farmed, as his basic items, a Hurricane Pike, a PKB, Shadow Blade, whatever you choose to go for, and he can initiate much more reliably against a Timbersaw. You know, booming, destroying him, literally popping him in a couple seconds, and destroying the puck with him. At that point, if the Timbersaw stops becoming useful, and he starts doing the immense amount of damage he usually does during the team fights, then you're kind of finding 2 cores versus 3, and one of those cores is a Puck, who is more of an initiator really than a damager, or a damage dealer. Though, with the recent buffs, I guess he might be more of a damage dealer. I guess you would go for 50 damage, because 20% magic resistance, not that useful this game. You do have a considerable amount of magical damage, but it's a mainly minus armor strat, so it only serve you in the early game. Late game it would be useless. Whereas 50 damage might help you nuke the Slark a bit, and Puck doesn't hit that badly. You know, we've seen Desolator Pucks played by Sumail, so who knows. The minus 3 seconds waiting with cooldown is also not that great, honestly, but the 10% spell amplification could really help you a lot. Mainly because it's minus 3 seconds. You get an Octarine Core, it's actually a similar effect. Might as well get that with the 420 gold per minute. Because the Illusory Orb being faster is not as useful, again, that immense amount of gold and getting an insane amount of utility items. I wonder what to do. I'm not presenting the teams, by the way, even though I don't know if actually that's the English style, but in Spain or in Spanish casting we do it all the time. But we're waiting for the pause thing to come up. I don't know why that. Let's see, what did they ping? Oh, they decided routes. Look at this master strategy. So, alright, guys. We're gonna start in the jungle, okay? And then we're gonna go to this tower. Alright? They won't expect this because like we're driving the tower. It's like, genius idea. How did he think of this, right? This tower is now dived, boom, destroyed. You know, speedrun record, minute 5, amazing. Midas Club is the best team in the history of Dota. And then once they take that, there must be some idiot that TPs with the shrine, kill him, and then finally take the mid tower and win the game. What a master plan. The Brazilians have got it in the bag. Okay, now in all seriousness, the game is about to start, so let's present the teams real quickly. Before we do so, my name is Darklight, I guess. I will be your caster for today. Usually I cast in Spanish, hence my stupid name, but I will be casting in English the day of today because there's no other English casters, so we thought might as well offer some international coverage to these games, right? We have Bardo here on the Rubik in the support position. In the mid lane, it's Puck, played by Sooths. In the carry position, it's Elise as a Timbersaw, or solo laning position, Timbersaw, obviously, because they're running an aggressive tri lane. Otto will be playing the Undying in the second support position. And finally, fucking A on the Weaver as the carry. Actually, sorry, it's fucking A, because, you know, he's like, cool kid. That's why he plays the Weaver. Whereas you have Union Gaming Bolivia, we have Bichito on the Shadow Fiend in the mid lane, playing the Slark. It's going to be Nitro, who's apparently 15 years old. Interesting information, which makes him a potentially really good player because he's almost in the finals, so that's not bad. He's going to be playing the Slark in the carry position. Shadow as the Vengeful Spirit and captain of this team. In the support position, joining him will be Fire on the Earth Spirit, and finally in the off lane, oh no, safe lane, it's going to be Black Star playing the Underlord. So one team is running an aggressive tri lane. The other team is trying to evade this aggressive tri lane by running their own aggressive tri lane, which is pretty smart. In fact, they might even be able to get this rune. Rolling Boulder comes in, and that's no reactive armor yet. There goes the Pounce. He can't really move much. There's the Timber Chain. Doesn't have reactive armor, means it's going to hurt quite a lot. Timber's on 0 armor level 1. He has to Timber Chain away. One more hit would have done the trick, but not even the Poison Orb can kill him. He eats the Tango to survive the last second, and one Rolling Boulder, he commits fire. He is on fire, getting that Timbersaw down, and that's the first blood for Union Gaming Bolivia, starting well for the Hispanics in this team, or the Hispanics in this game, sorry. Because the guys are Brazilian, it's not because, yeah. Because it's like a short poll because the Midas Gaming are Brazilian. Right. Let's look at the lanes a bit now that we present the teams and seen their composition. Of course, Bichito is dancing. Bichito, the Samba Shadow Fiend, man. The Samba Fiend. I think that's not really a Samba, but I don't know why the music reminds me of a Samba. They go into Soothes, but... I mean, he only has Illusory Orb, so I guess he's a bit more fragile in the early game. However, he still has Illusory Orb, you know, and all you can do is slow him. He's gonna get Phase Shift very soon. They're trying to take advantage of the fact that now it takes longer for mid laners to actually get their experience, but with an Undying, it's even harder to kill him. Let's look at the top lane though. Underlord is getting level 1 of Atrofiora. Hasn't gone level 2 just yet. He's fighting against Weaver and Rubik as the Undying decided to rotate to the mid lane a bit to help out this Puck in the early levels. So for now, Blackstar's going to have an easier lane. Not going to struggle too much against these supports. Can't see many occasions where he could be killed, honestly. He's even farming the jungle quite nicely with these pulls. I know Bottom's going down bottom lane. I think they want to start something underneath. Perhaps the rolling boulder comes in and it does hit auto. Where's the boulder smash? Only level 1. But the pounds does hit the poor Timbersaw. Only level 1 as well, so they don't have any reactive armor. However, the Slark only has a pounce. Jesus, the experience changes. Quite ridiculous. Nitro is going to try to TP away, but a Timber Chain will stop that TP. Will cut it right through. And the Slark will be turned into sushi there. As the rest of his lane rotates, they want to use the Shrine. Fire wants to use the Shrine because, you know, he's attracted by this glowing yellow light, whereas the Vengeful Spirit decides not to. And Bichito, about to die against the Puck, has a raise, wants to use it, wants to cancel that salve. It's Salve Wars. Who's going to get it first? It's hard to say because Sooth has already cured himself all he needed, and Bichito now managed to do the same. Rolling Boulder comes in. The Boulder Smash is going to hit, and they don't catch the Courier. Doesn't matter. They're going for the Puck. It's only a Poison Orb, though, to slow him down, and the Illusory Orb will ensure that Sooth makes it out alive, grabs a double damage, and now this Fairy Puck, this small and defensive Fairy, has turned into a killing machine as he's glowing blue and is ready to turn your body red, I guess, because the blood, I suppose. I guess in Shadow Fiend's case it will be black. Now, in the bottom lane, Nitro is also getting quite initiated upon, but with the help of the Vengeful Spray will ensure that this doesn't happen, and somehow Suits, as I go through the bottom lane, well, gets the kill with a double damage. I should have just stayed here and watched it. Let's see. In the top. Okay, no, they see each other. They don't really want to go on each other. Fire does miss the Boulder Smash, unfortunate, but it's a Puck, so there's not many expectations. And Fire might be going down here. The Waning Rift, the Puck utilizing that double damage to its full potential. Honestly, taking it very early, getting 2 kills, one on Bichito, one on the Earth Spirit, and Su's happy. A very happy camp here in the mid lane, getting 18 lasses to the 5 on Bichito, and more importantly, getting 2 kills to his name. And look, in terms of net worth, he is winning by a lot. 2,000 gold to his name is his net worth, whereas the Shadow Fiend at only 1,100, not close enough. Honestly, I mean, I was expecting the lane to be a bit off, but not this much. The Shadow Fiend, which is not that great of a pick if you consider it. In the bottom lane, though, they're going on Nitro. He still has pounce, and they're trying to harass him a bit before he gets Shadow Dance. Obviously, it's really hard considering you still have pounce to the Midas. And there's also the phase shift on the Puck, so careful on this Vengeful Spray. You're on level 1. I mean, it's pretty predictable. You're only going to do one play. The Rolling Boulder comes in. No phase shift, it's just a stun. No phase shift! He can't evade the stun, and the Puck goes down with a beautiful gank from Shadow. Allows them to get level 2, and finally, or maybe now, the support might start becoming relevant in the game. That was a good Rolling Boulder plus Boulder Smash, but I don't know why I wasn't expecting the stun. I should have seen level 1, because obviously what else is the Vengeful Spray can do? He could have taunted it out, though, so I give him credit. For those of you in the chat, I will answer messages after the game, but obviously not during it. Sorry about that, Blackstar. Oh, Boulder Smash comes in. That wasn't a Rolling Boulder, but Blackstar is actually going down quite a lot. His armor is low, but not if he takes the Swarm out. And Fakine, who's had a decent lane until now, but has given Underlord his fair share of farm, is now realizing that there's 2 supports in this game who want to make his life impossible, and they're going to be given free roaming of this lane as they sap a bit of experience, while Underlord goes back to the fountain and heals himself up. Bichito, though, needs help again as the Puck is playing very aggressively, wants to go for the aggressive Illusory Orb. There goes Bichito. Can he evade it? The Waning Rift? No, one last auto attack will do the trick as they now hit the Puck. He finally has phase shift, so he can evade one attack by the Venge. Not going to do it just yet. Where's the TPs? The Shrine is right here. Even though it's inactive, you can still TP to it, but nobody wants to catch his Puck out. A Shadow Fiend will die twice already in this lane. Not a good start for the guys at uG, believe you. Not a good start, especially because he's not utilizing the jungle just yet. His last hits are not doing too well. And he keeps losing those souls, you know? It's like running a cult for drug addicts. Just keep losing so. In the end, the guys at uG Bolivia are that pick for that Shadow Fiend pick is really making them suffer. The Slark is not doing too well in this aggressive tri lane because the Timbersaw is a pretty powerful laner, and the only guy that's doing decently well, and just for his position, you know, all things considered, is Black Star, but he can't even compare to the Timbersaw, who's already gone 2 levels of reactive armor, is level 4, and has 29 last to his name. The net worth is going to become quite different, or is going to start shifting as this game progresses. And Black Star is being aggressive a bit, but he does have Atri Fiora. It's hard to really hit him. Misses the Timber Chain. In the mid lane, though, they do want to go on Bichito again. However, he has a Dream Coil, though. The puck could potentially kill him, maybe. It would take a lot of mistakes by the enemy team, and no TPs as well. Meanwhile, the Weaver does find Fire, and Fire has the Rolling Boulder plus TP away. He will make it with a Swarm, as fucking A does not get his juicy kill in the bottom lane. Similarly, is Timbersaw is Fatman versus Fatman, actually. I don't know if this is Timbersaw who's going to win this engagement. That Firestorm actually does a lot of damage to the Timbersaw. But the Timbersaw's taking away all the stats from Black Star and making him less tanky. As in the mid lane, the puck just utilized an Invis rune for nothing. Cool story, puck. On lane, he decided not to because he didn't want to. Unfortunate. Minute 6 though, so I mean, there's really no rush on this team. Oh, there's the Dream Coil. There's the Dream Coil, and that's a dead match. That's great. Now Nitro has to get rid of the Swarm and then pounce away, but the Tombstone's also annoying him, and this is just an easy kill. There's no TPs to go help him. Nitro doesn't really know what he was doing there, like no man's land, kind of hitting, you know, having a fish fight against the insect, not really working out too well as the insect was winning currently, because he doesn't have the attack speed necessary because his stacking is poor, and he's not even level 6, so you can't even take away that Swarm, which is what you could usually do with the Shadow Dance, because no matter what, you go invisible. Now, Stoots, is he gonna go down? No, he calculated the raises perfectly, you know, he's done the calculus here and understands that they're both on cooldown, so you can only hit him with a close raise, and in that case you can always see Illusory Orb away. He fights to the last, you know, to the last of his HP, and then tends to go back home, utilizing the Shrine perhaps. It is a bit faster, yeah, but he still wants the bottle charges though, so I don't really. Okay. Well, on top lane, it seems like the guys from Midas Club are starting to take objectives. Their first tier 1, first taken tier 1. Tier 1 for Union Game Bolivia falls down, and the support can do absolutely nothing about it. If you consider the levels, the supports are level 4 and level 3 in this team, respectively. The Vengeful Spirit, a bit under leveled, their XP per minute is quite low, 91 XP per minute, not even getting to 100. The Undying doing a bit better for himself in that position 4, and so is the so is the Rubik. As a position 5. The puck is going for a Veil Discord, which I love, by the way, forcing the Shadow Fiend to go for either a lot of infused range up during the whole game, or a BKB, or even worse, like a hood or something like that. That would be horrendous. And hopefully not a casual hood. It definitely would be a BKB. But obviously you don't want to go for the BKB so early in the game, as you want those damage. Okay, bottom lane, Black Star from behind. Here comes an annoying insect. They get caught both in the very annoying Pit of Malice, but they have enough damage to stop his TP. No! That Pit of Malice triggers again, stops the Weaver from killing him, while in the mid lane, and they do catch the Shadow Fiend. The combo of supports is good enough to finish him off, as he has no escape mechanism. We already mentioned this. They only have 1 stun, and it's good enough, even using the Tombstone as an added bonus damage. Now, it's time to take a tower down. It seems a Midas Club is finally ready to take this structure. That is, could be a tier 2 as well. I mean, how can they really defend this? They have level 1 Pit of Malice, a bit of Firestorm, that's fine, but not really that strong enough to defend it. The Slark still doesn't have any Shadow Blade, doesn't even have Treads. The Slark is very poor, and all they can do is just kind of let these objectives fall and lose the game ever so slightly more, as the difference becomes higher and higher, reaching that 6,000 net worth difference, quite considerable in the early game. And in terms of experience, almost 4,000, that's not as considerable. However, they have to fight, or they're not going to be able to turn this around. Some space to farm, perhaps. And the Slark at least has been utilized in the jungle, and I do like the Iron Talon pickup saying, right, I am a Slark, I have lost my lane, or I didn't well, yeah, he lost his lane against Timbersaw. He could barely do anything in the mid game, and now I need to really get those items. It's minute 10, and I don't even have a Shadow Blade. I need to farm somehow. Get an Iron Talon, go to the jungle, and utilize that level 10 talent of Lifesteal to actually be able to survive that a bit off. Fire, it's gonna TP away. Nuke as he TPs, the Team Call catches him. He's done. And Shadow Fiend could not do anything to stop that, as the fucking his illusions are actually more threatening right now than anything else. The Veil Discord comes in, he's silenced. Now, the damage from the Soul Rip almost destroys Bichito, but He manages to make it out alive, using the magic stick there to survive. That's pretty good. But they're still going to take this tower. After all, they have a tombstone. Look at that zone I've used for the tombstone. It's only level 2, but it's good enough to zone out the enemy creeps and to take them quickly with illusory orb. They're going to use the catapult to their advantage as well. While in the back lines, we see a Timbersaw waiting. Ooh, waiting in the shadow. Well, I guess it would be the shadows, right? Yeah, he's in the shadows. Seeing if he can attack the guys from uG Bolivia. Looking for the best opportunity to strike. Seems like there's no opportunity to strike. He's just striking the tower. Okay, all that for nothing, but at least... And Suits happily taking tier 2. Whereas in the bottom lane, we see that fucking Abs found his target. Black Star is a juicy steak, and he's gonna fill it full of insects. That's his thing, you know. Telekinesis now to stop him in his tracks. He's trying to taxi himself away. The Uber Lord will make it in time, and that is why I rate that guy 5 stars, because he does it right before he dies, and that Dark Rift will save his life in the end. Good stuff, good stuff. At least he didn't die. He wasted a lot of the Weaver's time. I mean, he could still farm this lane, but they even sacrificed a TP on the Rubik, so Telekinesis wasted, Swarm wasted. I mean, Dark Rift wasted as well, but at this point when you're playing, when you're losing, sorry, you have to do what you can to win. And rolling boulder, every victory is a small victory. Oh no! Suits even turns us around with a beautiful dream call onto 3. Catches the vengeful spray. He's silenced now, but he wants to continue fighting. There's the Pit of Malice. They finally stop him in his tracks. Where's the second silence? They have enough damage, and only thing he did was get 1 kill on a support for his own sacrificial life. Now Telekinesis catches on fire. Fucking Nick joins us Rubik in the incursion to the enemy base. Beautiful bonus smash. He might escape with a rolling boulder, but they see him with a swarm, and Fire is gonna die here to one last hit from the Weaver. That Geminid attack enough to decrease, or that swarm enough to decrease his armor and allow him to die to the Geminid attack. He decides to go down bottom because he's the farm. And I mean, the puck was a pretty big victory, honestly, considering the puck died for bench support. But they only have 3 kills. It's been at 12, and they only got 3 kills. They haven't been particularly farming either. And more importantly, it's been at 12, and where is the Shadow Blade for the Slug? Currently, he's always visible, and that's not, I mean, obviously to me, but he should be at least transparent. That's the goal. You wanted a Slark, you know, to be a transparent fish and get a lot of kills that way. Not having much luck in that sense.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
No. It seems like the guys from Midas Gaming want to start, want to continue to farm to get the Blink Dagger on the puck and get those core items. Don't forget that they're not really ready yet. His Bloodstone recipe, that's all he's missing. My eyes gonna get a 50 minute, frankly. And you even have a puck who's gonna get his Blink Dagger. That's quite important as well. And he's trying to go on the enemy team. Nitro's gonna be found. They want to go on him easily. Yes, pounds though, so he could survive once they evade the blinks. There's the boulder smash. He uses the shrine, stays around the shrine. He still has Shadow Dance, so he's gonna start curing himself. And now they call it the puck. He's completely silent, so he can't face shift anything. There's the Shadow Feed ultimate. The face shift finally comes out, but it's a bit too late. The puck goes down as the Undying follows to him to the realm of the dead. The Swap comes in, very aggressive, catches out the Rubik, and they right destroy the Tombstone as they kill the Rubik as well. Tombstone's down, Rubik as well. Fucking Ed using the timeless in the last second and saves himself, but the Timbersaw is among the enemy team. However, they all are very low health. The Swarm finishes down too. And the only thing left alive here is a Slark and Vengeful Spirit. The Vengeful Spirit has now been cut into 2 pieces thanks to the Timbersaw's Chakram, and what was a good team fight for Union Gaming. Up as a terrible team fight for them, as Midas Club Gaming just completely turned that around using a beautiful timeless of the Weaver when she was very low on health, and a Timbersaw that was unkillable thanks to his reactive armor, and the fact that the Midas armor strategy is not that great against reactive armor. More importantly, the puck actually gained him enough time early on when he could use the phase shift right after the silence. They didn't kill him. The Geminid to Grit being only level 1 kind of screwed them over there. They kind of want more seconds for that silence so he can really kill the puck. And quite a weak Requiem of Souls. Obviously, the Requiem of Souls were not weak in the sense that they had little souls. It's just that he barely hit anyone in the good range. And obviously, a Slark without the Shadow Blade is kind of screwed over because the Swarm actually hurts him a lot early on. With the Shadow Blade, you can not dispel, but take away the Swarm from you, right? And without it, they just see you constantly. You can never heal, and that's so annoying, not being able to go out in and out of the team fight constantly, which is what Slark wants to do. So, poor Nitro not having that option, and suffering as a result. his minute 15, we see a Timbersaw that's completed his Bloodstone and is very happy. And a Weaver that's, you know, has a Dragon Lance is going to be able to complete Desolator as well. And a Slark who doesn't have Shadow Blade yet. And he's even going to get killed by the Puck. Jesus Christ, the Puck goes in with a Blink Dagger, failed discard, and boom. Down goes to Slark. He's been silenced and shot. This here. Shadow Fiend wants to harm the Puck. Well, he's really not a fond fan of fairies. I mean, he is a production of shadows. That makes sense. But as fucking F finds Blackstar, might want to fight him. I mean, he does Dark Rift, but the only thing he can do is escape, really, right? So he has to start activating it now. There's the help from the Earth Spirit. Goes for the Pit of Malice. That's pretty good. However, second Whirling Death will come in soon. Bichito joins the fray, and they do catch out the Weaver. Fucking A has the time lapse, but time lapse right into Pit of Malice. That's not what they wanted. The Chakram still hurting them quite a lot, and the Timbersaw not taking much damage as he finishes off the Earth Spirit to even steal the Firestorm. Okay, the Timbersaw does go down thanks to the Shadow Raises, and the Weaver caught out in the top lane, or the mid lane, sorry, thanks to the Slark. Now the Puck comes in and joins the fight, but is he gonna be able to kill Blackstar? He does have a Bale of Discord. A Dream Coil is around, but in only 3 seconds. In the end, they actually get 2 important kills, and the Timbersaw taking away his Bloodstone charges and the Weaver, allowing the Slark to get the Shadow Blade, and allowing Union Game Bolivia to recover ever so slightly in terms of farm. We have a Dragon Lance on the Shadow Fiend, and the start room could be a BKB, a very important item, and the Slark could finally start on his Silver Echo Saber, sorry. Bardo now silenced, so they can't telekinesis anything, and Nature's like, hey, you like this? My Shadow Blade, I'll find you anywhere, whenever you go, in the trees, you can't juke us away, except Bardo's doing it for quite a long time. Even that Firestorm had to be used and committed to kill a poor Rubik who just juked them forever in the amazing... Now let's see. Are they gonna... Is the Weaver gonna find the Vengeful Spirit here? Sorry, or vice versa, because there's no Linkers at this Weaver. He actually went for an aggressive build, so the swap is very useful. In goes the Shadow Fiend. They kill the Undying quickly, and Bichito seems to be recovering quite well as Nitra is trying to find fucking in. Where's the Pounce? Not quite used yet. That's the silence. The Pounce has to be used. Finally catching out the Weaver. He's still silenced. Has a time lapse, and will use it to try to run away, but the Sentry just barely catches the Weaver. There's dust as well. There's no time lapse to dispel the dust, so the Weaver will go down. Very important cure for Union Game Bolivia, who are slowly getting back into the game, reducing the Weaver's farm to below what Bichito has, and Timber and the Shadow Fiend actually able to surpass him and make himself the 3rd most farmed hero in the game. The Stark, meanwhile, trying to finish off that Echo Saber. A bit late, sure, but at least he has his Shadow Blade already, leaving that creep alive for absolutely no reason. I guess he just wanted to. Has the lifesteal, so he should be able to fight this. Goes into Bardo, Pounce misses. That's not what you want to do. No Echo Saber to deal extra damage. The Telekinesis is also been missed. And using the Shadow Dance, trying to get the kill. Guys realize that he's overextended way too much. And Will died in one of the stupidest ways I've ever seen, trying to chase a Rubik because he doesn't have an Echo Saber and he missed the Pounce. Had he hit the Pounce, fail to hit the Pounce and just leave, right? And now Fire could be punished as a result for this mistake. The Puck comes in, deals a lot of damage, uses the Veil of Discord, even the zombies following him, and the Earth Spirit will just have to resign, you know, lay down, have one of the longest naps of his life for 25 seconds. You know, in this game, that's a long time. Well, the Wrecking Assaults could come in, but they don't want to evade it with a Waiting Rift. Now finally the Dark Rift saves their lives as the creeps try to take this tower desperately, but Sudes knows better. He's going to eliminate them and just deny this tier 1. Taking away a lot of the potential farm of the enemy team. In the end, Midas Gaming Club is Midas Gaming. They're playing considerably better than Union Game Bolivia, but Union Gaming still has a chance to come back, especially with the mistakes that the enemy team is making. There's the swap, goes up to Rubik, very aggressive with the raises. No raise yet. Finally, Bardo goes down, getting a lot of souls to the Shadow Fiend, who uses them to wreck him of souls right into the Timbersaw, destroying most of his health. The Weaver's caught out in a bad position, and that Sentry serving use. That Dust was amazing, allowing them to see the Weaver doing that Shikuchi and destroying him as a result. The Vengeful Spirit actually using a swap pretty well, and the Wrecking of Souls, which completely disallowed the Timbersaw from engaging in the team fight with the amount of health that he lost there, right? He still has 11 Bloodstone charges, but that gave the Shadow Fiend enough farm to get back into the game. Bichito is not going to be able to use a BKB, allowing him to, well, take away all the damage the Puck is doing onto you, which is fantastic. Meanwhile, you have a Slark who's now about to finish his Echo Saber, already has the biggest parts of it, only missing that Robe of the Magi, or the Magi and the Sage Max. Jesus. And once he gets those, he'll be good to go. Can kill the Rubik as many times as he wants, you know? It doesn't really matter if he the Rubik is on the tower. He can kill him, he can miss the pounce even. And he's still down. A Glimmer Cape going on for this Earth Spirit. Looking at the enemy team though, we see the Puck is now building up. Oh, it seems like a Yule Scepter. Okay. I like this. Yule Scepter takes away the Geomantic Grip. That's very powerful. The Weaver, still young, not finished with Desolator. Died too many times recently, which is unfortunate. The Rubik with absolutely nothing, and the Timber Saw with, after that Bloodstone, going for the quick Hood of Defiance, just casual Hood, then we turn it into a Pipe a bit later on. It's good for the early game because the enemy team is mainly magical damage in the early game, but later on it becomes quite weak because the enemy team really resides on their, or relies on damage later on. Especially with the Midas armor strat, it's part of it. Alright. Fucking it. What are you doing, man? Why are you farming right next to the Shadow Fiend? Is the typical Mexican standoff here in the mid lane? Where neither team wants to really go in, as Nitro is hunting. Wow, he finds Bardo. He has an Echo Saber, but that was not the best initiation. Using now the Dark Pact. Wants to kill Bardo still. There's no Shrine, so he will manage to do so. Has to swap. So, yeah, has to swap away. Shadow manages to save his life, and now they're fighting against the enemy team for absolutely no reason. In one of the weirdest scenarios ever. Suits goes in, triple Dream Coil, and this is going to condemn Unit Game in Bolivia, but they don't want to commit to it. Suits is still a bit afraid of fighting at the high ground. They use a ward very intelligently, evades the stun, and... well, Midas Gaming lose the Rubik to the Slark. I guess he's now farmed the Rubik.
Bottom tower is under attack.
I suppose. Don't know. Bit of weird initiation. I guess he did take advantage of the fact that the Shrine wasn't there. An Orchid would not be a bad idea to stop the Puck. He's probably not going to go for a... no, he does have a Yule Scepter, I suppose. I can always phase shift and... I guess Orchid Abyssal Blade would be needed, or rather Bloodthorn Abyssal Blade later on. Yeah, that's too much. Maybe just Scotty. Because something the Puck is going to be impossible. That guy's going to get too much health later on. He did go for the 50 damage, which I'm glad about. Magic resistance is unnecessary when you can evade so many of the enemy skills. Meanwhile, Shadow Fiend himself, who finally finished this BKB, is now going to go for a 22 minutes in. Not a bad start for the Butterfly. I mean, considering how much you were losing earlier, you're at 500 gold per minute. That's not bad. I mean, that's the standard for carries, I guess, at this point in the game. A bit more than standard, actually. The Slark himself can now go for BKB, as he has the standard items of Echo Saber and Shadow Blade. Once you have core items, you're happy to go on forward. And this tower is being protected for the Glyph, which I can only presume is the reason it was left alive. Nitro will take this tower, but at the same time, the guys from Midas Gaming are taking a Roshan, much more valuable than just a tier 1 tower, especially with the Glyph being just refreshed and wasting quite a lot of time for the Unigame Bolivia side, as the Bolivians are forced to go back here because their tower, their tier 2, is being sieged by a lonely Puck, but a rogue Puck, a strong Puck, a fairy Puck, who's just happy to destroy buildings with his assassin spirit, and there it is. He misses the last hit. Jesus Christ, Suits, I've been pumping you up for the past couple minutes, and you do that. Let's go. We found out, though. By the Earth Spirit, or by the Slark, even better. He has a Shadow Blade on, I believe. Oh, no, he does not. Why doesn't he have a Shadow Blade? He wasted it on me. Why? Let's see him. Golden Boulder comes in. Golden Flash, Golden Cup, Auto, at least 1 kill. That's all they're asking for. The Undying gets rooted and gets destroyed. Meanwhile, Suits like, oh, did my friend just die? I don't care. I am God. There's the silence. That's a Yule Scepter himself away, but then he's stunned too quickly. There's not Yule Scepter in time, and the Puck, a very valuable member of the enemy team, goes down for Unit Gaming as they just take down the objectives here and defend their tier 2 on the way. Now wanting to go into the Timbersaw, Shadow positioning himself for perhaps a swap. However, 28 seconds to hold that swap. Wonder what the Unit Gaming. Oh, there's the stun. Boulder Smash hits the Timbersaw. Slow down. Now silenced. Finally, the Root Slug jumps in. Has to commit suicide. Jumps. Hits the eject button from the vehicle and decides that it's no longer worth living. As the Weaver decides to TP to the top lane. Wants to get a kill onto Bichito, but this might not be the best idea. Bichito could be able to fight this. He's trying to TP away, or will try to TP away. Could Requiem of Souls here. There's the Pillar coming in. BKB used. Now the Requiem of Souls doesn't hit anything there. Oh, sorry, does hit. Kills the Weaver. Kills the Weaver completely. Exterminates her. Takes away her Aegis. Fucking it comes back though. And stunned down. The Requiem of Souls on the Rubik, not as effective as the previous one. Even though I didn't miss that, they do take the Tombstone. And fucking A will make it out alive thanks to that Swarm. There's the Puck though. Silence rooted. Has the the Yule Scepter to take away his silence, but the Slark wants to pounce him down anyway. He doesn't get to use his face shield, he's stunned too early, and Nitro using his Shadow Dance now to regen all his health. Shadow might be going down. Another great route that stops the Timbersaw right in his tracks. However, the Vengeful Spirit will go down, and a Pit of Malice will come back by the Rubik. Might stop that TP. No, he knows the timing perfectly, and the guys from Uniging Bolivia, despite a decent team fight, have to leave eventually, losing the Shadow Fiend and the Vengeful Spirit for a valuable puck. And Weaver, well, I guess an Aegis and an Undying. Sorry about that. The Weaver just literally ceased to exist, so I thought that nothing happened. Turns out the Weaver actually... It was pretty ridiculous. That Requiem of Souls dealt an insane amount of damage. Really going for the health and attack speed. Okay, he's going for the typical Shadow Fiend. I was wondering if he might have been going for the Ags. I think it's not too bad of an idea, giving you more souls and stuff against the Weaver, especially in the puck. But oh well. Blackstar wanted to deny that clearly, but I don't understand the point of the Pin of Malice there. Probably thought the Weaver might have been still around the area. I remember in old Dota 1, I used to combine Pin of Malice with Firestorm for some things, but obviously not when there's no one there. Okay, Nitro has a Silver Edge, so he can take away the reactive armor from the Timbersaw. He's gonna try. There it goes, he's broken. There's no pounce used yet. Misses the pounce again. Nitro. Not your day, buddy. Not your day. It seems like he was going in to do, you know, American football and to charge at people, but instead he's doing gymnastics as he, you know, leaps and hovers over trees and other great, cool items, but never onto a person, which is what he's trying to do, though. The Shadow Fiend continues to farm, though, at least. He's going to get a Assault Harass, which is an interesting item for a Shadow Fiend, really. I like the Butterfly a bit better. The enemy team was not really going to get an MKB. The Weaver doesn't mind getting an MKB, obviously, but is still quite far away from that. He wants to go for a Diffusal first, for some reason. However, I just had the Assault Harass against the idea of Midas armor for the enemy team. You consider that Midas Gaming, in this case, you go Assault Harass that not only gives you a shit ton of armor, but gives the enemy team, or the rest of your team, a lot of armor as well. Just available in this score just to annoy them a bit. They can easily take this tower. I doubt they will fight here. The break onto the Timbersaw. Double Pit of Malice. Which one's the right one? They stun out this Undying. And wow, Nitro does destroy the Timbersaw in a matter of seconds. Now that he's rooted, he's actually in the wrong Pit of Malice. His auto is being bowed down by this Slark. And it does seem like the fish will take down the zombie as the Rubik is swapped in back into his enemy's teeth. And Underlord will just take a big chomp out of that Rubik's health, finishing him off. The puck now coming in with a Blink Dagger. But, you know, what was that really? The Boulder Smash is not quite going to hit him. They can't get him with anything else. They have no way of stopping him. The puck will continue to be a nuisance. But Union Gaming seems to be turning this around as they take down this tower. The Tier 2 is taken down by the Slark. And there it is. Bichito managing to get an important tower for himself. And a lot of gold as the Slark also does the same thing. Now they call an Uber and say, hey, can you take us down to the bot? There we go. Uber is quick. And Union Gaming continue to use this time efficiently as they can now go to bottom lane and get some objectives. Even though Shadow Fiend is closer and closer to his... Or no, he already has his Assault Harass and is ready to roll with that extra armor, able to prevent the enemy team's physical damage. And more importantly, they also have a medallion on this Venge. Meaning they have a lot of minus armor now to use. Our Spirit just got destroyed here. I think Shadow might suffer the same thing. Yep, the puck actually hits quite hard. The break onto the puck. Evades that route by barely a couple seconds. The Gem of True Sight, they just pinged it, but I actually don't know where it is. I can't quite see it. I actually don't know. Oh, I just saw a gem.
Dire's top tower.
What? What? Okay, who has the gem? Oh, the Rubik. There it is. The Rubik has the gem. He just grabbed it. Okay. Rubik gets a gem. Cool. I kept looking through the people because I thought it was pinging in on the floor or something, but no, it turns out... Silver Edge catches out the puck. Puck can evade that pretty easily, but he actually moves Reorbs forward. So they waited till the Illusory Orb to come out to put him in a really dire position. However, the Blink Dagger will save his life in the end. The Phase Shift plus Blink Dagger is too good a combo. You can't really prevent that. And the Slark goes home defeated. As Scotty maybe would help in this. As a Slark can really kill a puck. You need a Basher and then a Scotty and then hope that like one of the first two hits is a bash in addition to your break and obviously be able to slow him down so even though you bash him you can actually hit him for a hard enough. On top of that you still need a BKB to prevent most of his damage, so it's kind of a hassle. I wish this puck went for Axe though instead of the sacrifice he's going for. The BKB is going to screw him over so much. You see the Timbersaw going for an Axe himself, which is weird because I mean I'd rather see Shivas than him. If you're thinking that the enemy team is not going to get BKBs, why rather go for sacrifice? Nags would be nicer to get the stun out. And then, meanwhile, Timbersaw maybe going for shields rather than Nags so early. He has 5 Bloodstone charges. He's not going to be very useful with the Nags because he's not going to have enough reach. He's been killed quite a lot of time. That Slark and the Silver Edge is really making this Timbersaw stay a terrible one. It's like he's just raining on his parade today. Let's see. Let's see if they can find someone, though. That's the important part. They can continue getting these ganks, especially on enemy heroes. Oh, they just saw the Puck use all his items? No, I can't imagine that. Ooh, they're going to go. They find the Puck. Silence. The Root as well. The Puck has the Yoke to the Silence. Another phase shift. Can they catch him in time? They miss the stuns. The Blink Dagger will save his life. They can't kill him off. This Puck is so hard to kill. What an annoying nuisance. Jesus Christ, says Unig in Bolivia. As they manage to kill the rat. A goddamn fairy dragon. Seems like they're going to have to go back bottom, defend this against the oncoming assault by the Weaver, who's also very elusive, by the way, and prevent the Desolator damage onto the tower. Otherwise, I can't see. Ooh, they just saw that happen? No. Not be aggressive enough. Are they really not going to defend this? Okay, so they're going to let the tier 2 go down. Midas Club. Taking a nice tier 2, a bit extra gold for them, but more importantly, experience now for free here. They do the yo-yo of death. Where's the second silence? The stun. They don't actually need the silence yet. There's the silence file in the BKB used, so he can use a time lapse, but fucking has already lost a lot of health regardless of that time lapse, and now he can't actually dispel anything onto him. That BKB is going to be wasted as they finally managed to get a kill onto the Weaver, and one of those elusive, annoying insects is finally dead as the Puck, rejoices that it wasn't him. It was the first one to die. The Weaver cries in his corner, acknowledging that he was destroyed by the enemy team and he was worth slightly less. So, yeah. He is worth now slightly less, sorry. Wonder if HyperX will go for the Solar Crest, hopefully so. And we see that the Slark bought something in. Oh no, is about to buy the BKB. He's just waiting for buyback. And when he does, Nitro's going to be a happy Slark as he can kind of go against the part. Quite a powerful start for this. Oh. Towers is being harassed slightly by these siege groups, so I wonder whether or not they're wondering if they should defend this or not. The Set Device comes in, the Puck has a lot of damage. The Veil of Discord has been used on his bench as well, but has not been used. Has been used on the creeps earlier. There's a stuff on the bench. They want to get the stun out. It's just one more second for the stun, and it's not going to hit the Puck. Not in time. But the Air Spirit is finally coming back. The Puck wants to go in for the kill. Now gets silenced for his hubris. Will they be able to punish this Puck? Rolling Boulder comes in, but they haven't stopped him yet. And Soothes is just toying with the enemy team, going into their base, annoying them, buying a salve and starting to cure himself, and he will be able to make it back alive. Jesus Christ, Soothes just destroyed the enemy team psychologically more than he did physically right there. He only killed the Vengeful Spirit. He didn't really push his tower. He was kind of useless, but damn, are their brains and their arrogance destroyed. Nitro, they want to really cut him up. There's gonna be some fresh fish in the market, but Slark doesn't want that to happen. Nitro is turning purple right now, making sure that he can't quite get killed, and sure the Timbersaw can't stun him with the typical stuns of Timber Chain and Whirling Death. Sarcasm. I don't know why he dark backed it there. I guess to harass the Timbersaw a bit, but he has no. He could. Yeah, canceling his Blink Dagger. They just blink to him. Can't. Only possibility. Scotty coming out of the Slark as well. Oh wait. What? He didn't buy BKB, did he? No. So the Slark has just been teasing the BKB this whole game, whereas he's never bought BKB. For BKB, screw him over by going for Scotty instead, which is the worst item. They will never expect that. They will never expect me to do that. No, I think if you have enough gold for the Scotty, it's actually not a bad idea. Scotty plus Bastion gives you a lot of stats anyway, so you can survive a lot more than you would with a BKB system. There it is. Scotty finally in his possession. 2700 HP onto him. Not bad. He's going to get plus 12 all stats, probably, later on. Puck coming in. He's on the next with the Slark. They do see him, though. And he finds the Rubik instead. Bardo's going to be fighting against the Slark alone. Dark Pact, and Bardo will go down. No! The swap actually swaps him against the Weaver. He stole the swap. Magnificent play by Bardo. And as Nitro has to get out of here quickly. He's going to lose this gem if he's not careful. Has to use the Silver Edge, starts healing a bit, but they can't see him. He's aware of this. And he's utilizing that gem pretty decently. At least he's not going to lose it. Fire will go down, though, as they hit him with a Firestorm. There's a Chakram. The double Chakram onto Shadow. He's too slow down. And Nitro wants to go back in. Breaks the Timbersaw. Trying to heal himself with a lifesteal. The Requiem of Souls also comes in on the other side of the map. It's only for the Undying. And the Timbersaw doesn't quite die because because Nitro doesn't have enough damage. However, the Shadow Feed is swagging around and looking for some more kills. He does not know that Soothes is low on health, but he does know that Soothes just sacrificed him. So can he get the kill? Oh, Requiem of Souls in time. They will find the Weaver though. This is the worst person to die here because he has break now, and he deals no damage. The Timeless and Shukuchi away, going back for the kill. They want to defend this Roshan still. They know Bichi doesn't have his ultimate. Fucking it could be going down if he's not careful. Jesus, as a Timbersaw now joins the fray again. Why did he think there was a tree there? Did he just cut it? No, I think there was no tree there, but he thought it was one. He just did it instinctively. The Hex up to the Shadow Fiend, and the Shadow Fiend does go down. While Black Star is fighting against the remaining guys of Midas team. The Sun comes in to help his teammate, wants to kill the puck first. Fight, kick, what can it? And does slash onto the Weaver, and the Weaver finally dies. And Suits is the next target for the Slark, the Timber Chain. So the Timbersaw is annoying the hell out of Nitro, but he has only one objective in mind, and that's this annoying puck trying to kill him in time. And so frustrated by the fact that he has so many Yo Scepters and things. They'll swap him to his teammate. That's a very greedy swap, but it works out as the Boulder Smash hits the puck, and they finish him off finally. The Rubik also goes down together with his teammate. That's a crazy team fight, lasts for ages, but Nitro is managing to stay alive during the whole of it, and now getting able to collect the Roshan, or his Aegis, sorry, the well-earned prize that Nitro does on half the enemy team. Aegis for Nitro. Happy with that. And a lot of gold extra for him. A lot of extra gold for him. Were there any buybacks? No, just checking. It just lasted a long time. The Timbersaw did lose a couple charges there. Back to 9 charges. That's pretty nice. Oh, sorry, they gained a couple charges, because he didn't die. What am I saying? He didn't die. So, yeah, he gained a couple charges there in the end. After they killed the Weaver there, that last... take away most of the enemy team's damage, because it's mainly on the Weaver. That's the only strategy that they have. Whereas you have Union Gaming, which is more relying... I mean, you can rely on the Slark, but the Shadow Fiend also deals a considerable amount of damage. The Shadow Fiend is kind of kited constantly, but the Slark is the guy who's going for the objective specifically. Especially because the Slug comes in with a Silver Edge as well, so he has that functional utility on top of it. Going on to, Timbersaw 1 out, and he's silenced. Wow, he's rooted. What is he going to do? Commit suicide. That's more charges lost for the Bloodstone. That's all that matters, really. The kill is not as important as losing the charges, and that means that he's down to 6 charges, very low mana regen, and he needs that mana regen to be able to use that Aghanim Scepter properly, because otherwise you really starve on mana. It's actually quite an mana-intensive skill, and you don't have any other mana kind of items. You went for Hood, for Travels, Blink Dagger, no other stats, nothing of the sort. Timbersaw stat gain is decent, 2.4 intelligence per level, but not the best. At least Nitro does take down this tower, so that's pretty good, I suppose. But not for the team, not for the Midas Gaming team, that seems to be losing the control of the map. Because Union Gaming now going for the tier 3s and be able to take shrines when they take this. They're taking advantage of the Aegis, and they don't want to wait. After all, they know this is what they have to do. And Suits to the other side of the map trying to split push this, but a Puck is not the best split pusher in the... Like, he's not a good split pusher at all. As Nitro wants to continue going for these racks, the Weaver trying to help out here. They do see the Tombstone. They use the Pit of Malice to get vision of it, and there's a Tombstone going down. The Pit of Malice has not been used. Black Star has to get out of here. The Crimson Guard activated to try to save his life. Now the Glimmer Cape as well to help him out. And Bichito using the Red Cape Souls a bit too early, not quite hurting anyone. They're trying to take down 2 racks at the same time, and they will manage to do so out of pure chance, I guess, because the enemy team is going to defend this. And 2 TPs now coming out, 3 TPs now coming out from Union Game Bolivia as they all move top to ensure that the Puck does not take any more racks. So that in the end ended up being a ranged racks for ranged and melee racks in addition to a tier 3. Both shrines are vulnerable for both teams. However, the guys at Union Gaming getting a bit better, the better end of the stick in that engagement. Sorry, as they take down the melee racks as well. A much more important. Range doesn't really help you as much. It's more of a goal thing at this point. Oh, they missed the rolling boulder. That's unfortunate. Oh, sorry, not the rolling boulder. The geomagnetic grip. That would have been a good geomagnetic grip. Stopping the Puck in his tracks. Can't do anything. No, you're gonna phase shift. Oops. Dies. Pretty good. Aegis reclaimed in 2 minutes. Yeah, that's gonna suck for the Slug. The Aegis pretty good on him, so it's sad that he can't really utilize it anymore. He did take racks, but it's hard to kill a Slug in general, so it's not like he is going to use the Aegis, most likely, unless you go for a particular incursion. They're not winning by enough to go for like a big smoke gank just yet. Yeah, they do seem to have a smoke on the bench though, so maybe they're waiting for that. Nitro could come in with a Silver Edge at any time, and Shadow is not stopping that smoke out of the backpack, so seems like that's not been the case yet. Crystals of Bloodthorn, Daedalus of Blood. I don't think annoying insects. It's not the SA players, it's the heroes. Obviously. Not the players themselves, it's the heroes. Playing a puck and playing a Weaver. Slark. Ooh, once. Why is he trying to go? Okay, he's using his ages to the maximum potential. I like this. He'll swap onto the Undying, puts him in the root, sorry, into the Rubik, and puts him in the middle of the root, the Pit of Malice, and Rubik will go down quickly. So Nitro does get a bit of an early kill there. That's not bad. The Tombstone's still alive though. They want to kill it down. Where's the Soul Rip? Keeps healing, and Nitro finally joining in, and they managed to get the Tombstone. The Shadow Dance has already been used, but of course the Aegis is still available. Nitro wants to make some of the damage. Doesn't want to die in the middle of the enemy team. And there's the team call onto 3. The puck catches one and could catch another one as the Slark comes in and helps his teammate out. The puck with a phase shift will be able to make it out alive. The Aegis is still alive on the Slark, and the Dark Pack to finish off the puck doesn't quite hit. The Yosef to evade it, and Slark is going to go down, but the Aegis is popped, and this is the horde of battle for uG.Game Bolivia, as they are going to wait now for that next wave of creeps. Is there time to engage, perhaps? Or no, they're just going to leave. He's been guarding Greaves. It could be... Yeah, they still want to play aggressively. The puck just blinked? Why'd he blink? They're going to find the Weaver as well. This is bad. Let's swap into the Weaver. The root, the stuns. The Weaver goes down. There's no buyback on her. That's uG.Game's turn to actually win the game. After a simple pickoff, they finally make it out, and look at the puck going in. Zeus can barely do anything. They do kill the Slark, though. Not thanks to Zeus, mainly thanks to the Timbersaw. And they do steal the gem as well, so that was bad. The Bloodthorn comes in, BG does the TP away. They have no way to stop this TP with BKB, but that's a waste of BKB regardless. I guess it was 5 seconds. It was not that big a deal. It's not that big a deal, but uG.Game Bolivia, after taking a great kill on the Weaver, do the same thing with the Slark and lose him after the puck coming in, doing absolutely nothing, and Timbersaw just pulling him with double chuck him, and taking advantage of the fact that he's near his base, so he has a little bit more mana regen available to him if he just goes back to the fountain. Huh, 6% really? 1 for 20 strength. I would have gone for the Whirling Death to just kill this Underlord quicker, because he's such an annoying thing with the Dark Rift. Dudes, is he gonna find Mr. Blackstar? He's gonna get him in silence. There's the Hex as well. Lozorio comes in. Nah. Don't think that Hex will do much if he's Glimmer Caped and invulnerable. But try though. I mean, yeah, kudos for that. Kudos for that switch. He's gonna go for the Dagon now, which I don't mind as an idea, honestly. The Slark does, you do need burst damage into Slark. You have available Discord to amplify your damage anyway. You already have Scythe of Ice and Yosadar's utility. And if you're not going to go for the Aghanims like earlier, at this point the BKBs aren't that long. And the Slark didn't go for BKB either. So I guess the Aghanims is not that useful. Slark did go for Bastion though. It's an item that can only hope gets turned into an Abyssal Blade. And then once he gets the Abyssal Blade, he can easily destroy the Timbersaw. With Break, Abyssal Blade, he's just gonna go down. The puck similarly. He has no Linkens, which is unfortunate. Oh, what are you doing, Zeus? That was a weird use of a Hex, because there are only boulders here. The Under Rift doesn't quite hit him. The Boulder Smash will hit him ISS. Yep, there it is. A stun, perfectly timed, and the puck goes down because he wanted to Hex a Shadow Fiend. Great. What a play. What a play. That desire to Hex the Shadow Fiend and turn him into a pig gotcha killed. That's what they say with impulsing the, with impulse control, right? Don't turn him into a pig, right? Next time, just ignore him. Say no to pigs. Say no to hexing random people in the middle of the enemy team. Vegeta receives a bit of damage for this, but honestly does not get that much. Honestly does not get that much. And now they're gonna go for the rats. As Nitro joins in, the Dimensional Grip. Only silences the Rubik, not a big deal. The Slark keeps pushing out though. He wants to get the melee wraps as fast as he can. While on the bottom lane, we see the Weaver trying to do the same thing. And now Nitro has to use the Shadow Dance to recover all of his health. Still trying to take that melee wraps. Will manage to do so. The Dark Rift will bring everyone back. The Slark is very important that they catch him in the Dark Rift until Telekinesis. There it is! The Dark Rift does its trick, and the Overlord sends everyone down back to the bottom lane as the Slark does not die, but does take a melee wraps in turn. And now they're actually quite happy as they took down another set of racks. They killed the puck yet again, reducing its effectivity this game. And more importantly, the Timbersaw, the most farmed hero in this game, is going to start losing its power as the game moves forward, right? It's a Timbersaw after all. You have a Shadow Fiend, you have a Slark. It's much more powerful heroes than the Timbersaw, especially once you have a Silver Edge. And did he? Oh yeah, the Slark also has a BKB now. Okay, he's ready. He can prevent the Dagon from the puck. He can prevent the damage from the Timbersaw, the damage from the Rubik, sorry. I guess there's Tsukuchi from the Weaver. And the Mana Break from the Weaver. Oof, so much damage. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. They're quite farmed. The Shadow Fiend himself going for Satanic, which is the life 2 damage per so. It's the most common pickup, yes, but you're not going to go for life steals because you usually want to get a life steal. it does seem like they want to go top after this. Will not be a bad idea considering that they could go for a smoke gank perhaps, like attack him from behind. And then the enemy all they do is try to take the siege these towers and move on forward. Or try to fight this team fight, which is not a good idea because you always have the Underlord with his Dark Rift. Obviously you're going to wait till it's off cool. Fully because it's such an important ultimate. What you do, then you're set. Let's see. Nitro is already going to engage. He's the one with the silver edge. He's the one that's ready. He's the one to go on the Undying and grab his head. It's Dana misses the pounce. Of course he does. No surprise. Ooh, wow, it's a really good voltage match. And goodbye to your Ghost Scepter. Gets silenced down, destroyed. Nothing the Undying could do against the might of a Slark. Well, as you see Shadow on his end, looks at Roshan, is like, hey guys, can we take this? And the team agrees. It's a pretty good Roshan for the taking. With a Bloodthorn, he goes down really quickly. And the Medallion of Courage, the Midas armor, there's so much Midas armor in this team. It's fantastic. The Roshan will go down easily. The cheese for the Slark, I hope. And yeah, the Shadow Fiend with the Aegis. Much better with the Aegis than the Slark. As the Slark now can use the cheese whenever he wants, and the Shadow Dance whenever he wants. He did go for the 12 all stats. Shadow Fiend, hasn't sighted it yet. 150 attack range. Well, actually, I don't know. The raise damage is quite interesting. It's not bad, huh? Could be consideration. I wonder what he's going for. Nah, he's only going for the 150 attack. It's better if you didn't go for this kind of Shadow Fiend anyway. Oh, can the Slark find someone? The pounce. He's decided to go for this tower. However, the tower is back to protection. Now it's finally gone. There's no icon anymore, so it's time for him to attack. Takes the swarm away from himself. And we'll now start going on this tower, utilizing the Midas armor from the Slark Harass for the Shadow Fiend to destroy it really quickly. That Boulder Smash fails, but who cares? The Chakram hits two of them, but they actually don't care at all right now because they just took down two towers. They still have BKB and a cheese in the Aegis, so the Miracle's almost guaranteed. Where's the BKB by Nitro? He can just activate it. Doesn't decide to use it. The Darkness comes in, and the Underlord will go down as they try to take down these racks. The BKB is active on the Slark. They're trying to hit these racks with all the might, and they manage to make it in time. The Mega Creeps are available. They do have buybacks in this team, but Bichito will be going down, and the Dark Crypt will be stolen by the Rubik as the Dagon just kills off this Shadow Fiend. However, the Shadow Fiend will come back with his Aegis, has to TP back. So he's fine. There's buybacks on anyone else in the enemy team, and the Slark, who has a TP as well, will decide to come back to join his team. It's the last team fight of the game. He's been hexed. He's actually going down to the middle of the fray because that's too much magical damage to the enemy team. He just went into a bunch of them, and that was not a good idea. Now let's swap into Bardo. They want to kill him down anyway. The Ghost Scepter is so annoying. They can't quite kill them as Bardo is being hit by the Shadow Fiend, about to go down. The Slark, meanwhile, on the backline, started to kill off the Timbersaw with the Silver Edge now activated. Wanted to take out the reactive armor, decides to kill the Rubik instead. Now going on to Timbersaw. He's stunned out. First hit bash, silence. How does he move away? He's even been orchided down, but this Timbersaw is still alive thanks to those reactive armor choices. He does end up being killed off by the Slark. The Puck follows the same fate, and they now go on to the Undying. This poor zombie is gonna go back to his graveyard where he belongs, says the Slark, as his buyback was the most useful one we've seen in ages. However, the Puck is back, and he wants to fight with the Slark here. There's a break onto the Timbersaw. The Puck wants to save his teammate. Fucking A. Meanwhile, him the Shadow Fiend wants to get to the Shrine. Hurricane Pipes right to it. Nitro is fighting against three, but it's only him against the world. The BKB gets activated, and there's nothing this Timbersaw can do. The GG gets called out as Midas Club decided it's enough. The Bolivians take this match after acquiring Mega Creeps, and this first match of the best of three will go to Union Gaming Bolivia. Fantastic fight by them on the end. That was really good. Nitro was amazing. If he's a 15-year-old player, he has a hell of a lot of going